Thank you. A vaccination bill now on the governor's desk for approval, but Governor Newsom is asking for some changes before that happens. That law would tighten the rules for school medical exemptions for kids. For their part, anti-vaccine groups are not giving up hope on defeating SB 276, but now some are calling for a federal investigation into exactly how that bill was created to begin with. Fox 40's Doug Johnson live tonight at the state capitol. Doug.
Eric, a group that just held a rally here about an hour ago, they're making claims that state officials may have shared some of those vaccination exemption records, which is a violation of federal law. Meanwhile, the governor says he wants to see changes before he signs this bill into law, but those changes may not be enough to silence critics. Drawing dozens to the north steps of the state capitol,
that if their little campaign failed.
The anti-vaccination group Advocates for Physicians' Rights is calling on the U.S. Department of Justice to investigate the passage of SB 276.
Full-scale investigation of the county health officers, medical doctors, nurses, and other licensed professionals who appear to have engaged in a multi-year campaign engineered to end-run and/or violate a multitude of federal and state laws.
All of a sudden, there's all these aye votes that were nay votes before.
Joshua Coleman is the co-founder of V is for Vaccine, a Roseville-based group focused on defeating California Senate Bill 276. It's the same bill now on Governor Gavin Newsom's desk.
So people are frustrated, and so right now they're posted up.
And since the Senate gave final approval on Wednesday, anti-vaccination protesters have been chanting and holding signs in front of Newsom's office.
Governor Newsom's staff came out yesterday and talked to some of the activists, but we want to go right to Newsom. We want to talk to him personally.
Coleman says he will no longer vaccinate his two sons because of what happened to his son Otto.
It's called transverse myelitis, and it's something that is acknowledged to happen occasionally from vaccination.
Otto is now paralyzed from the waist down. He is one of the less than 1%, according to the Health Resources and Services Administration, who became vaccine injured. The governor's office has asked the bill's author, Senator Richard Pan, for additional amendments so that individual exemptions won't be released in public records requests.
For me as a parent, I have a problem with that, with my son's personal medical records being turned over.
Newsom's office would also like doctors who grant too many exemptions to be able to appeal. However, Coleman fears ultimately Newsom will sign the bill into law very soon.
Well, the last thing I'll do is have him vaccinated.
Now, Senator Pan has told us in the past the reason he introduced this bill is since 2015, the number of medical exemptions in California has more than quadrupled. Reporting live at the state capitol tonight, Doug Johnson, Fox 40 News.
Doug, thank you, and we'll stay with this topic for a quick second here. SB 276 would require state public health officials to review new exemptions in two different circumstances. First off, when a public school has an immunization rate of less than 95%. The second, when a doctor grants 5 or more exemptions in one calendar year, a parent or a guardian would have the right to appeal an exemption denial, and then a panel of doctors appointed by the state would have to review that appeal.